about brushing your cat's teeth. So what we're going to talk about today is going to apply basically equally to your dog, but in this case we're going to talk about cats specifically just because I have a cat here to show you. So brushing a cat's teeth, I mean it's important to help preserve dental health. 70% of cats over the age of 3 have evidence of dental disease, and one of the ways that you can go about combating dental disease is to try and brush your teeth. So we recognize it's difficult to do it every day, but the more you can do it, the better. I try and do it twice a week on my animals. What we're focusing on when we brush, firstly, it tends to be the outside of the teeth. It's very difficult to get to the inside of your animal's teeth, and we don't really expect you to do that. The main reason being their tongue is there, and it helps to clean the inside fairly naturally. The other thing is that the upper teeth tend to overlie the lower teeth. So that means when they're chewing, all this food is rubbing against their lower teeth, and they tend to be of less problem than the upper. If you're able to brush all their teeth, that's great, but I find that the most important ones and the easiest ones to get are these upper right here. So these big chewing teeth are the ones that tend to have the most problems. Some animals have some issues with their canines. The more you can brush, the better, but I tend to focus mostly on these upper teeth. What you're going to need, first of all, is a toothpaste. So you want to choose an enzymatic toothpaste. We have a few flavors up front. The reason you need enzymes in there, unlike in our toothpastes, is that you're just never going to get the same mechanical cleaning action in your pet's mouth as you can in yours. You know, you can practice all you want. At some point you're going to have to say, well, I didn't get my 3 minutes of brushing, and rely on the enzymes to do some of the work as well. The other thing you're going to need is some form of toothbrush. I tend to favor just the children's Soft Extra Soft brush. But you can use these finger brushes as well. I find they work very well for getting to the one side of their mouth, but not quite as well to turn around and get the other. So I will get our specimen and we'll give you a try. I find that it's easiest to do this sitting down in a chair, and that way I can hold the cat and do it with myself. But if you want to use 2 people, one can hold the pet and the other can brush, then that's perfectly fine. So this is one of my cats, Molly. And Molly tends to have a little more gum disease than some of the others. So we're going to use her as our example. So I've got my toothbrush and toothpaste, and I'm going to get some on the brush here. You want to have enough that you know you're going to be leaving a good residue on their teeth. So just like when I trim their claws, I like to sit them up in my lap. They don't always enjoy it. And I like to hold their head with my left hand, the brush in my right, and I just lift the lip like this, and insert the brush into their mouth, and get a good brush on those side teeth. So when you first start, they may only let you get a few seconds, and that's fine. And even Molly, being somewhat experienced, doesn't enjoy it, but it's meat-flavored toothpaste. She gets treats afterwards. She knows it's not a negative experience. The other side I find a little bit more tricky, just in terms of the hand position. But same sort of idea. I'm going to pull the gums back, get the brush in there, and give her a little scrub. That's all there is to it. If you can brush longer, great. Otherwise, that's going to do it, and you're going to try and do this a couple times a week.